So this Dallas influencer just up and left her relationship after 4 years. She said it was nothing wrong, perfect dude, great relationship. She just changed her mind. And now a lot of people are torn and divided over this as far as did she do the right thing? She because he said she's choosing her. Now, towards the end, I'll give y'all my thoughts as far as what I think really happened. But let's go ahead and check this out real quick.
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when
See, this is the difference between a man and a woman. As a man, if I have a homeboy who's engaged, him and his woman is living together, and he's getting like cold feet or like second guessing himself, I'm gonna say, look, bro, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be scared. You're starting a new life with somebody. Marriage is a big step, and it's okay, you know, but you're not about to leave this woman. You committed to this woman. You told this woman that you want to marry her. You want to spend the rest of your life with her, and I'm gonna get on him about making sure he do what he said he was gonna do with that woman. As a woman, you want the relationship, then you want the ring, then you want the marriage, then you want the kids and shit. And at any point, you can say, I don't want to do this shit. And then people can like, yes, girl, whatever bad decision you make, we champion that. We have your back. Oh, yes, my village came through and they helped me pack and they prayed for me. And we just had a jolly old time that I just wasted 2, 3, 4 years of this man's life, got engaged to this man. He thinking I'm about to be his wife. And I just woke up one day and I said, fuck it. And every bitch that I know agreed with me and said, yeah, I'm making the right decision. And that's a woman. No matter what bad decisions they make, they're going to have other people, mainly other women, saying, it's okay, you're making the right decision. Even if it's bad, even if it's horrible.
Amanda?
Now, I want to touch on this real quick. I don't think that's all women. I do know a lot of women that have really good accountability partners and systems in their life to where just like how the man's friend would check them, the woman has friends and family that will check them as well. So okay, so I can't put this on all women, but I want to say majority of women it probably is like, look, the fact that she just changed her mind to me, that is a symptom of something bigger. I'm not sure if she is just going through something or what, but for you to just randomly change your I could see if you said, he wasn't the greatest guy or there was infidelity or something, but he was a great guy, perfect relationship. He proposed everything. We're engaged. I just changed my mind. I'm choosing me. What? What? That is crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's not normal. That's not choosing you. That's probably one of the most selfish things you can do. Now, I get it. She's choosing her. Hey, at least she did this before the wedding. Okay? At least she did this before the wedding. At least she did this before they signed paperwork, before they joined their lives together, before they had children, before they had a family. So I will give her that. At least she did it before all of that. But for you to be in a relationship for like 4 years and then all of a sudden you just, I changed my mind. I'm choosing me. Ladies, you got to choose you. Like to me, that sounds crazy. Is there anybody else here that think that sounds crazy, or is that just normal? Like that doesn't sound like a logical dot. That didn't sound like you have rational dot that hey isn't going to work out, so I'm just going to exit the relationship peacefully. No, that sounds like you got some other deeper issues going on that you need addressed with someone that's licensed, not one of these fake guru doctors. You need like an actual licensed therapist because that's not normal. That's not normal behavior. That's unhealthy behavior. Like I said, I could see if the relationship was toxic or something. He did something. No, I'm sure he probably did because no relationship is perfect. No person is perfect. But there's something else going on that she is not telling us.
This man who was fiending to say something, he didn't even let me watch the girl's full video, would have given his friend terrible advice, because I don't think that they understand how big of a commitment marriage is. And honestly, he wrote this off as cold feet. And that's not what I got from her whole village helping her pack up her stuff. She stopped herself from making a very big commitment to
in a hard decision.
In a hard decision. To tell a man, nah, bro, you said you was gonna marry her, you gotta do that shit. That is horrible advice.
I don't think that's what he was saying, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I don't think he's saying that. Shout out to Eight at the Table, by the way. I don't think that's what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. Look, I think marriage is simple. It's just not easy. There's a lot of things in life that are complicated, but then there's a lot of things in life that are really just simple. Like, it's just very simple. It's just not easy. Like, for example, marriage, you make a decision that, okay, I'm engaged to this person. I'm going to be with this person. I've committed myself to this person so we can start building our lives and the family and all this stuff. We're going to start building a legacy and all that stuff with this person. I made that decision. I'm going to follow through with it. That's simple. Following through with it is not always easy, but I don't think he's saying, hey, Doug, you made a decision to marry this person. You're not backing out. I didn't take that from what the gentleman said. What I took from what he said is, okay, you made a decision to be with this person, and you've made that decision for a while. Okay, it wasn't like this happened yesterday and now you're changing your mind today. You've made this decision for a while. It's been a decision confirmed every day for a while. Why are you backing out now? Because most of the time it's cold feet, and that's where the cold feet came from. Because most of the time it's cold feet, but for you to just up and just make this decision out of nowhere, and there's nothing wrong with the relationship, she's a great woman, and all this stuff, that doesn't make sense, dog. What's going on? No, you made a decision. That's what we do. You make a decision. Are you a man of your word or not? You make a decision, you stick with it. Now, if there's something else going on that warrants you to leave the relationship, hey, Doug, I'm here for you. Tell me what's going on. But it doesn't sound like that. You just changed your mind? Huh? You just changed your mind? No. So I see how she would get that from what he said, but that's not what he's saying at all.
Oh, I think
100%
what he spoke to was having accountability for the responsibility of the investment you made, right? I think two things can exist at the exact same time. And I think that no, her friends championing her, I don't think that was all the way right. I think someone should say, girl, that's kind of messed up what you did to him.
Exactly.
But I'm sure
the whole story.
Wait, let me
right. Yeah.
No, I'm speaking about it the way that she presented it, right? Oh, my village is amazing because what they did was support me, right? No, I'm sorry. If you love this person, there is a responsibility as a friend to go, but girl.
Can we tell you what support as a woman?
Wait a minute. There is accountability that girl, what you did is kind of messed up. Like, you have the right to walk away, but it's still kind of messed up that you were there with this guy for 4 years, but in the same breath, once again,
that's what true support is. I think a lot of people that's what true support is, and that's what true friends are, and that's what true love is. True love and support. It's not, oh, well, okay, well, then that's what you want to do. Okay, we support it no matter what. Okay, doesn't matter if it's harmful for you or someone else. We'll support it because we support you. No, that's not true love and support. True love and support is, why are you doing this? Yo, you said the relationship is fine. Why are you doing this? Something okay? Did he put his hands on you? Is there something else you're not telling us? Why all of a sudden has things been okay and you made this decision, and this has been a decision for all this time, and then all of a sudden you just change your mind? What you can do, you have that right to. Like I said, at least she did before they signed paperwork and joined lives together. At least she did that, okay? But at the same time, this has been a confirmed decision for a while. Why are you changing your mind now? Why? That's y'all don't see how flaky that is. I can't stand people when they make plans on a Saturday night and then just change at the last minute. Let alone my wife saying, "Nah, I just don't want to do it anymore. Nah, I just changed my mind." No, what the young lady said is correct. It is a huge decision. In my opinion, it is the biggest decision you'll ever make over any car, any luxury item, any home, anything. The person you choose to spend your entire life with is the biggest decision you will ever make. Okay. But still, for you to just change your mind, it doesn't make any sense.
We'll say no one owns anyone, right? And I'll go even further to say everything in life is a risk. And we have to understand that when we enter relationships, we can invest 10 years. It doesn't mean that there's a guarantee, right? It's a risk that we are taking, and we have to make the decision. Is the reward at the end, the possible goal, worth the risk, right? And no, it's not a guarantee we're going to win. There's a chance we may lose. And if we lose, I'm sorry, we have to suck it up and take it because we don't own anyone.
But you don't think that girl know that was fucked up? That after 4 years, 10 years, that her making this decision to leave was fucked up?
Honestly, from the clip that I saw that we just watched, it didn't seem like it. Maybe she just didn't display that on camera. Maybe in the back of her mind she knows that it is, but it doesn't seem like she cared.
You think she needed her friends
by the
to tell
video
her
she
that?
made and what she said?
not,
I didn't hear at no point that she said that she thought it was messed
We didn't even watch the video.
What she said
We
was,
didn't even hear the video.
Wait.
Now
What
you're
she
down.
said was, I have to choose me. Or everything she said was an I statement and me.
Exactly.
Everything was centered towards her. There was no empathy for that man. I'm sorry. There wasn't.
Yeah,
I have to actually disagree.
I think that the point of the video
there was none. Unless we missed it, there was none.
was her making a decision for herself and showing her village being there for the decision that she made. And that's just the perspective of the video. But you don't think
But
that
what you're making is an assumption because there's no proof of it.
No,
in the video.
when it comes to support from like your community, right? Your friends, she had about 6, 7 girls over there. You can't tell me that there was not one person that was like,
But what you're making is once again, what you're making is an assumption. There is no proof of that.
I'm thinking that listen, y'all men know how y'all commune together, right? But we as women know how we commune.
That's still an assumption. There is no proof. If we took that video to court and we said, was there anyone? What proof is there that anyone told her the latter, that what she did to this man wasn't right, or who held her accountable? You know what they say? They would say there's no evidence of that in this video.
Just based off of that video. And
Exactly.
also,
And I'm not saying that you're not right.
So you had the audacity to film it.
That's the no. That is the weird part. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't understand you influencers that film stuff like this and just put it online. I don't get it. Now, apparently she's some sort of Dallas influencer and all that stuff. So I know that influencers, they're just in the habit of filming everything, but I don't think everything needs to be filmed. And for you to film this and then put it online, I don't know. It's weird.
Stand that.
I want to make this clear. So you said all these women got together as a community.
You're celebrating what he's mourning,
right?
No, you're not celebrating that he's mourning.
That's a celebration.
Like, oh, girl, don't videotape this. Nobody had the common sense to say that, but they were supporting her.
And you're celebrating what he's mourning.
No,
because that video is a celebration. I chose me, everyone. Look, my friends are here to support me.
Okay, can I say something?
That's a celebration of the death that he's mourning. That is very insensitive.
She's not mourning.
My thought.
She doesn't sound like she's mourning.
She didn't sound like she was mourning at all. Like, she didn't give a flying flip. She don't seem like she cares about anyone's feelings, honestly. She really don't. She says she's choosing her. Okay, I understand. You got to do that. And look, she's obviously just comes out as a very selfish person. All her statements, like he said, were I statements. She's choosing her. In a marriage, you have to choose the spouse for the betterment of the relationship, for the betterment of the marriage. Like, marriage is the exact opposite of selfishness. It's selflessness. Marriage is about serving the other person. It's is completely the opposite of selfish. You get into a marriage, and then once you can in a marriage, it teaches you how to become selfless. Like, so she's extremely selfish, but still at the same time, hats off to her for having enough self-awareness to end things before she actually jumped into that commitment where they started to merge lives together, created another human and started a family. So at least she did it before all that. But how she's going about doing it, like they said, filming it, that's just weird. Yes, y'all just film everything. Y'all film everything. Y'all don't care. It's weird. It's
But
really
don't,
weird.
okay, and that's an assumption.
No, it's not. I'm speaking to what she presented. There,
I also want to say we did not see the full video. That man ambushed the video. I saw.
Yo, let me see if I can find the actual video itself. Actually, I'm not sure this is the full video, but I think I found one with at least some more footage. So let's check this out real quick.
My engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. And choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me.
All right, she jumped up and down laughing. I'm not rolling with the women on 8 at the table. Love y'all, but I'm rolling with the men at 8 at the table. I'm not seeing any remorse, sadness, anything. You jump up and down. This looks like a party. Look, how about this, y'all? If we didn't know any context of the video, if there was no title of the video or anything, we didn't know anything, and all we saw was the video, every person on earth would be like, oh, she's moving from one place to another and her friends are helping her move, and they're having a good time. They're making a party out of it. Oh, what's the issue? I don't get it. This looks like a freaking party. This girl is crazy.
Praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace, and I'm ready for what's next in the new year. I ended my engagement.
You know what? Yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong. She has some deeper issues going on. Look, if the dude did something, well, okay, look, I'll also give her this. She didn't throw the dude under the bus. Okay. He could not be maybe the greatest dude, and she just didn't want to tell the world. Okay. I'll throw her a bone and say maybe there's room for that, and she's just trying to do her dude a solid and not tell the world. But what she's telling us is he's a great dude. Okay, he's a great dude. She's just choosing her. So if I take her at her word, I think she's crazy. I think she's bat-ass crazy. Now, like the other dude said, no one owns you. Okay, you can do whatever you want. And like I said, thank God she did it before they joined lives. But for you to just up and just change your mind and then have all this peace and clarity, something's up. I don't know what you're not telling us, but something's up, because no rational person does anything remotely like this. So I don't know what's going on.
I saw 5 seconds.
Another assumption. I'm speaking to what we saw.
We didn't see that girl's full video.
No, but you're saying he's mourning. You're literally making an assumption, but telling us to not make assumptions.
Can I say something? I also think that she's probably protecting him by not saying what really occurred.
What?
Because I agree.
She said he was a good man.
I'm telling you.
That is another assumption. Oh my God. She said he's a good man. Now you're saying she protected him because he was hell on wheels.
I'm not gonna lie. I see where she's coming from. I see where she's coming from. I don't necessarily agree with her, but like I do see where she's coming from, because my thing is there's gotta be something else. But like the other gentleman said, if we take her for a word for it, the dude was great. It's fine. Nothing wrong. She put it all on her. Hey, I just changed my mind. I'm choosing peace. Get more clarity in this situation. I don't know what the future's gonna hold, but I won't be with that nigga. That's what she's doing.
I'm saying
Oh
is,
my
what I'm
It's the
saying
real
is,
reason that his dick was
can I
small,
just
and
say
she
my
didn't want to marry
perspective now?
that.
Because we
Exactly.
all respect each other's
She's not gonna say
perspective.
that.
So coming from a woman who has been in a position where I loved my man, and I was in a difficult situation where he also made me feel like I was in a mentally abusive situation, I wouldn't tell everybody all of the difficult things that I was going through. I would always big him up and make him seem like, all right, you know, like everything's great. He's a great man. Everyone in my family thought that I was in a perfect relationship because I protected him. So maybe what she's doing here is not putting all of their business out. Yeah, she recorded her family helping them pack and stuff like that. And maybe she did say, yeah, you know what? I had to choose my own self. Maybe my mental health was suffering,
Stop
something like
smiling,
that.
Mom.
But
What you're
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that's a bad take. I
doing is
really
a perfect example of projecting.
I'm just
Because
saying
it has
my
nothing that it has.
perspective.
I understand, but you're basing what she went through your experience. That's the perfect
Okay, maybe
example
I'm
of
projecting, but what I'm doing is also taking detail from the video that we did not fully see, and the fact that she's not saying
That
what
part.
fully happened. She said there was a great relationship, but obviously, if you're
Yeah, I see where she's coming from. I think it's a good take. I don't know how likely it is. I don't agree with her, but I do see where she's coming from.
putting yourself first, why are you?
I don't understand how you can pull that he did something wrong from her saying.
That. I'm saying she said that.
If she said it was
herself.
yes.
So I'm saying take the video for what was said and what was presented.
So
right?
let's rewind
So
it.
zero
Choosing herself
assumptions. Sure.
means that there was
An issue.
there was
Not
something
necessarily.
about the relationship that she
Right.
could not see herself continuing with. She did not want to commit
Maybe
to
he
this.
bit his nails.
And
Maybe yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
even if
That's
it was that,
Yes.
that is something.
That is something. See, and this is
that's
what I
different.
mean.
That's different
Who's the old girl in the green? Just curious.
from
We
cold
have to
feet.
be able to decipher.
No,
the
it's
difference
not.
Because
between
you have to commit. There's going to be things that you won't
No.
like about your
how
partner.
you
Listen,
feel is
no.
not real. Your feelings are a reaction to what is
But
real.
listen, he brought up having cold feet, right? If my brother came to me and was like, I'm having cold feet, I'm gonna be like, look, this is your decision, and right now you're committing to a lifetime of it. So whatever it is, you need to be sure about it. I'm not going to talk about, oh, well, you made a commitment to her. You got kids with her.
What I'm going to do is ask, what's the problem? And if he says she bites her nails, and I'm going to say, bro, are you serious?
I'm not even asking the problem, because the thing is that problem.
Then how?
No. Listen, that problem has been ruminating.
But how can see?
He didn't
And
get-
this is the
he
difference
didn't get
between men.
cold feet.
This is the difference between men. You see how you said that problems? It is nature.
It's nature.
You're absolutely, and I've learned to
Right.
accept it. But you see how you said that problem's been ruminating because something as little as biting his nails. Once you
No. I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about nail biting. I'm talking about this. I'm saying,
But even if the problem's been ruminating, if it's a small problem, it doesn't matter how much it echoes in your mind. It doesn't make it any bigger.
it doesn't matter. It's still it's still your choice. So
is
if
your
this is
choice.
something that I can do this, I can deal with it, and then you realize, yo,
So that's
just-
not cold feet. Stop there. That's
No,
not cold feet.
I'm
what you're
saying that it is.
I don't think she committed.
No. It's doubt.
So I have a question.
Wait, hold on. And the doubt has been ruminating. The thing is that perhaps she said it before the marriage and he's saying it the day of. You see what I'm saying? And they both got the opportunity to walk away. It's just that I don't think that you're going to have a friend group where everyone has different personalities. So somebody's going to be real with you. Somebody's going to also say, well, I support you whatever you do. And of course, your mama, your grandma, and well, baby, y'all done paid for the wedding and y'all live together. Trust me, the elders are gonna try to suck you back in. You can't tell me that she didn't have
that conversation.
multiple perspectives as a consequence of the decision that she was gonna make.
I would hope so. I would hope, and I think in a real world, she should. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about this girl. All I know is that she's a Dallas influencer. I would hope that she would have those influences in her life that would challenge her and question like what really happened and get her back on track. But from what we've seen in the video that she decided to film we didn't see that. It looked like a party. Regardless, I don't agree with this woman's decision to just change her mind like that. At the end of the day, she can do whatever she like. But from my perspective, watching the full video, I just think she's making a terrible mistake. I think it's so selfish. And like, what about the dude? And it's not always what about the dude, it's what about the other person. If a guy was doing this to a woman, I would say, what about her? Like, what about that person? What about the other person? I know that she's choosing her and everything, but what happened? Like, what happened? What aren't you telling us? Because this doesn't sound very this doesn't sound like sane judgment. It doesn't. But yo, I thought this was absolutely crazy. Have y'all ever heard of a story like this or know anyone in real life that has done something like this? Drop a comment below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see each and every one of y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.